Yo, what's going on? So before I begin, I want to say this. I'm giving you my opinion about the city of Atlanta. You know, there are people out there that have went down to Atlanta and lived, you know, a decent life, and they're still there. You know, I will reiterate that I did not leave the city because I couldn't afford it. I got chased out, anything like that. No, to be quite honest with you, I just didn't fit in. Straight up. I just didn't fit in. And I'll explain to you exactly what I'm talking about when I answer this question. Is cities like Atlanta too ghetto to live in? And my answer is yes. That's my opinion. Now, taking heed, the city of Atlanta is not like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, a majority of people that live in Atlanta were born and raised in Atlanta. You know, those people call it Grady babies. You know what I'm saying? They're the real Atlanteans. Nowadays, you have so many transplants till it's ridiculous. And I think this is what is bringing Atlanta down. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Atlanta didn't have no ghetto people, you know, prior to the transplants coming in. I'm not going to say that. There's ghetto people or ninjas, NIGGERSs everywhere. You understand? But not at this point that we're at right now, as far as dealing with Atlanta. Straight up. I truly believe that when people get down to Atlanta and they see that it's a black city, black people that is, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak on the behalf of non-blacks. I can only give you my perspective, you know what I'm saying, of how I feel about my people, right? I truly believe that when black people get down to Atlanta, they see that it's a black city, they feel as though that there's a certain type of freedom that you have down there in comparison to non-black cities. And when they get down there, they have the opportunity to be whoever or express themselves however they want to express themselves. You understand? And at times that may bring out the worst in a person. You understand? So when you get down there, you experience a lot of fake love, man. Real talk. You know, I have family in New York. I was born in New York. You know, I've lived years upon years in New York, back and forth from the north to the south and the north to the south. And I can tell you, man, in New York, it is fake love. You know what I'm saying? There is such thing as fake love in New York. But most of the times when you're dealing with New Yorkers are straight, real, blunt, and to the point. If they don't like you, they don't like you. Not in Atlanta. They'll pretend like they like you. They'll pretend like they, you know what I'm saying, they want to be your friend. They're friendly. You know what I'm saying? But all along, they're out to get you. And it's just that plain and simple. And I've never experienced that. You know what I'm saying? As much as I did when I was down near Atlanta. I mean, come on, listen. Let me tell you something. I have stories for days. Straight up. And if you all want me to do, like, you know, story time about my experiences in Atlanta, let me know in the comment section of this video. But I have stories for days as far as dealing with fake people. Straight up. Fake people, fake support. People say that they support you in your endeavors and things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then you open up to them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like someone such as myself, I'm a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I feel as though that you're here to help me, I'm here to help you. You know, and I'm going to let you know what I'm trying, you can't do that in Atlanta. You can't do that in Atlanta. You start telling people your ideas and your plans or whatever, you'll see that they're going to try to take your idea or steal your idea and use it towards themselves for the benefit of themselves. Straight up. Or they'll just, just be randomly talking all the time. And then it gets anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they call that random talk like networking. They'll say something like, oh yeah, I'll hook you with this person and that person and this and that and so forth and blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, ain't no hookup. It's just a whole bunch of random talking that leads to nothing. Straight up. People down there are super aggressive. Super aggressive. You could be in I'm not lying. This is, what restaurant I was in? Oh yeah. Maggiano's in Buckhead, right? Never forget it. I'm in a restaurant, and it's a guy by the bar, and he just flips. Now Maggiano's, it's not like, I wouldn't say that it's like a top-notch restaurant, but it's up there. And you would think, that people will be able to, they'll be on their best behavior, but that's not the case. Especially in Maggiano's in Buckhead, man. You see women with yellow rainbow hair and all types of stuff. But the dude just flipped, and it was just something, it was so minor till it didn't make any sense. And he talking about he gonna air the place out, you know what I'm saying? Lame ass nigga, you lame ass nigga, all that. And I'm like, yo, man, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. And that's not the first time I've experienced that in Atlanta. And we're not talking about Metro Atlanta. We're talking about Atlanta, Buckhead. You know what I'm saying? And many times that I experience super aggressive people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? I'm not asking any questions. I'm getting in my car and I'm out of here, because some of those times may lead to pew, pew, pew. Next thing you know, you got a couple slugs in your back and you just an innocent bystander. Straight up. That's real talk. When it's hot outside, the water boys, they're like stationed in Buckhead, but they're also stationed, around Atlanta as well. You know what I'm saying? But, they're super aggressive. Fuck with me, bruh. Fuck with me, bruh. You don't buy no water or anything like that, then they want to curse you out. Some of them trying to stick you up. You know what I'm saying? The homeless people out there, if you don't give them money, come on, man. I got stories for days. You don't give them money, you know what they do? They kick your car. They put a dent in your car. If you don't give them money, or if you don't give them what they ask for. So take for example, if they say, yo, let me get $10, let me get $10, bro. I'm trying to eat this and that and so forth. And you're like, yo, I ain't got nothing but $2. And you give them $2. They gonna curse you out for that $2 that you gave them. Man, that's all you got, bro? $2? I'm not here to bash the LGBT community. I'm not, by far. But you have to admit, you know what I'm saying? Because I do know that there are some people that are part of that community that look at my videos and enjoy my videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to bash anyone. But you all have to admit that some, not all, some of the LGBTQ community, people in the community are super aggressive. Straight up. I've never been in a situation where, someone of the same gender as me, you know what I'm saying, like really tried to talk to me. And really was like on some like as if it was normal, you know what I'm saying? And it really messed me up. But it's like that down there, you know what I'm saying? Like the women is 30-1, so women are, they always say men are thirsty. Women are thirsty down there too. I've seen some of everything down there, man. And it's not like, it's crazy because I get these comments in the comment section like, yo, man, you keep on bashing Atlanta. Don't you have anything good to say and blah, 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 blah. You always being negative and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I've talked about the positive things about Atlanta, but I experience more negative than positive. Had I experienced more positive than negative, I probably would be right, down there as I'm speaking right now. That's real talk. But all I experienced was ghetto. Was ghetto-ness. You know, I don't know if that's a word, but that's what I experienced down there. You know, and it's not just like, you know, you would think that it's hood people that's, you know, no, it's not. It's the low class, middle class, high class, you know, uppity, you know, boule, talented, tiff, you know, Q dogs, whoop, whoop. You know, part of the fraternity, sorority, they ghetto just as well. It's in a different form. And their ghetto-ness is classism. You don't have any money, they don't want to talk to you. Matter of fact, that rule goes across the board, whether it's low class, middle class, or high class ghetto-ness. Ghetto people. That's real talk. I'm just keeping notes, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I cover everything. You got, you know what I'm saying, superficial people. It's all about being, you know, all about materialistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci, the this, the that. You got to have this specific car. You got to live this in this specific area. Then you got these people that are just as bad as superficial people. Matter of fact, they are superficial people that's dedicated to social media. So, like, you'll meet a whole bunch of people down there that's, you know, Instagram models, you know, that's content creators such as myself, YouTubers, TikTok dancers, all of that. You'll meet them. And then, and this is my personal experience, I bumped into like 2 or 3 different people that straight up, before I moved to Atlanta, I would follow them. And I liked their content. And straight, you're gonna bump into those type of people. I'm not lying. You're gonna bump into your favorite YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers down in Atlanta. And I'm telling you, once you get down there and you bump into them, you're gonna see that they got shitty ass attitudes. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Several times I've bumped into some of my favorite YouTubers and Instagrammers and been on some shit like, yo, man, we you know, is it possible we can link up, you know what I'm saying, and network together and do a video together and this and that and so forth? You know what they tell me? Yo, what's your numbers look like? And I get it. Don't get it twisted, because sometimes people, say for example, you may have 50,000 subscribers, right? And I only have 1,000. Sometimes people are trying to get, you know what I'm saying, get over. So they're like, yo, let's link up together. And then it's like, okay, I did a spot for you. You know what I'm saying? Those 50,000 subscribers, now they're seeing you and they may possibly subscribe to your channel. So you may be able to possibly get my 50,000 subscribers to subscribe to your your channel that only has 1,000 subscribers. I get it. But then when you see people that are genuinely, you know what I'm saying, sincere and that's talented, but they just don't know how to, you know, get around the net, because it is a science to it. YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers like that, they'll look at that as competition. Like, nah, I ain't gonna try to help him out because he may outdo me. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So, you know, at the time, I think I only had about, so this is my 3rd channel. So I didn't even have this channel right here. This is my 2nd channel, this one right here. I didn't even have this channel. So the 1st channel, I think I had about 3,000 subscribers at that time. 2 or 3,000. You know, and this guy, I think he was like 10, 15 or something like that. And he was like, yeah, you know, you get your numbers up. Like, oh, holy shit. He said it just like that too. That, yeah, you know, get your numbers up and then, you know, we could try to do something, whatever. I'm like, yo, you kidding me? Yo, let me tell y'all something, for real. This is real talk. If ever one of you all were to meet me in real life, you'll see that I'm a humble dude. And I ain't about that social media stuff. For real. I'm just not about that. I'm not fake like that. You know what I'm saying? I got numbers. I got numbers on this channel and I got numbers on my 1st channel. I got over 1 million views total on my old channel, and I'm about to get 1 million on this one. I got a total of all of like my new channel, my old, excuse me, my three channels of YouTube. Then I have my Facebook page, and then I have Instagram. So I'll say at least in total together combined, roughly about 15,000, 15,000 people that follow me. You know what I'm saying? And that's small numbers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even let that get to my head. I've been making money online, you know what I'm saying? I've made money way before people even started thinking about making money on online, for real. I've been on YouTube prior to Google buying out YouTube. I remember when YouTube was like, I don't want to build on it, you know what I'm saying? But YouTube was way different from what it is now. So I'll never allow social media to go to my head, ever. But down there, please, you got about 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 20, 30, 50,000 subscribers or followers, you know what I'm saying? You would think those guys that got that down there, you would think that they superstars, for real. That's real talk. That's real talk. Nobody's humble down there. Everybody's arrogant, egotistical. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my cup of tea, man. It's not my cup of tea, man. I'm not into being fake. I'm not into walking around with my nose up in the air like I'm better than someone else. Especially when I gotta take a shit and a piss and eat, sleep, etc. just like anyone else. Real talk. I'm not a superficial person. Yes, true indeed, I like nice things. I do. Who doesn't? But I'm not gonna allow those nice things to cloud my mind. To make me think that just because what I have on, you know what I'm saying, I'm better than someone. Because it's not about, see, I don't judge a person by the external. I judge a person by the internal and how they treat me. Straight up. And that's just real talk, man. I just did not fit in. It was just too ghetto for me. You know, for those that really want to know what Atlanta really is, it's the black version. It's straight up. Like when they call it Black Hollywood, it is Black Hollywood. No lie. It is our black version of what Hollywood is. And Hollywood is a bunch of fake people. It's all about living this lavish life and looking down on people that don't have what you have. And this is the reason why it's so easy for people to roll off their tongue and put it in the comment section of my videos about Atlanta, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing good down here, you know, and I don't know what he talking about, he just didn't make it, you know. And it's like, it's so easy for them to say that. It's so easy for them to walk out of their doors and see homeless, you know, black men and women and children and not think anything about it. It's just normal to them, like, oh please, they just didn't make it. And that behavior, that type of state of mind is unacceptable. I can't have you in my circle. I don't come from that type of shit. And taking heed, I've lived in New York. I know what bouginess and all the rest of that stuff is. I worked in Manhattan. I've met the worst of the worst when it comes to people that think with that state of mind, like, if I have more money than you, then I'm better than you. But never have I seen this type of behavior to this degree, far as coming from black people, than I saw it in Atlanta. Ever. So, when you think of the worst when it comes to our race, just magnify that times 10. You got Atlanta. That's just my personal opinion. That's it, man. You know, yeah, you know, y'all want to hear stories or whatever about my days in Atlanta? Let me know in the comment section. You know, we'll start it off. I'll probably put part 1, 2, and 3, you know, out there, and then the rest of the parts would be, you know, you have to be a member. You know, I'm gonna start my membership thing. And you're gonna have to be a member because some of the things are gonna be a little it's gonna be a little bit rough. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I'm gonna be raw on it. Straight up. I'm gonna be raw. And yeah, man, you know, we could get it done. But other than that, man, you know, I wish Atlanta wasn't like it was or like it is. You know, but it is what it is. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, definitely share this video.